Picture this. You wake up in the morning and you're brushing your teeth, and you leave the tap open for approximately 2 minutes. That doesn't seem like much, right? But imagine a stadium filled with 10,000 people doing the same thing. That's 30,000 liters of water down the drain. Hi everyone, I'm Vinesh, a student who used to think individual actions don't really matter that much. But today, I'm here to show you why they do. Because when it comes to saving the world, we don't need superheroes with capes. We need people with change in actions. We've all seen the headlines. Hottest year on record, sea levels rising, and more plastic than fish in the ocean by 2050. These are not just headlines. These are warning sirens, and they don't demand billion-dollar green tech or governments to solve them. They demand us. Because while these officials are creating solutions in air-conditioned rooms, the Earth is heating up in real time. Let's play a quick game. I want you to ask yourself these questions. Did you take a long shower today or a short one? Did you drink out of a plastic bottle or a reusable one? Did you check whether your trash is recyclable before throwing it out? These questions may feel insignificant, but imagine asking yourself these questions every single day for a year. That's 365 days. That's 365 times you can avoid using plastic items. That's 365 times you're mindful about the amount of water you're using on a daily basis. That's 365 times you either help or pollute the earth. Because here's the thing, sustainability lies in the boring. It lies in the things we do every single day, and not just on Earth Day posters or tree planting drives, which happen once or twice a year. For instance, one of my friends, Arjun, he used to come to school on a car, realized that air quality and climate change are two pressing issues in his area. So he started cycling to school. This not only motivates his friends to also live an eco-friendly lifestyle, but it's honestly nice to see someone finally taking a stand against issues like this. I also have done a primary set of research, which is a Google form given to members in my community, asking them about their sustainable practices in a day-to-day life. And let me walk you through them right now. And 152 people responded to it. First up is the age categories. 66.4% of people were between the ages 26 and above. 25% of the people were between the ages 11 to 18. And 8.6% of people are between the ages 18 to 26. Next up, I asked people, how confident are you in sorting waste into recycling, compost, and trash correctly? Only 42.8% of people were very confident. That's 65 people out of 152. This shows that there's a significant lack in awareness of proper waste management. And if it is not addressed quickly, it will lead to problems like land contamination and reduced recycling practices. And the best way we can reduce it is by creating targeted awareness programs and also creating dustbins which have illustrations and labels on them, showing what trash belongs to what bin, and makes it easier for people of all ages to distribute their waste correctly. Next up, I asked people, how often do you commute or travel to short distances? And a majority, which is 46.1% of people, said they drive alone in gasoline vehicles. And gasoline vehicles produce carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, which, when more in number are produced, increases the greenhouse effect, which in turn heats up the world's atmosphere. And we already know that the world's atmosphere is heating up at an alarming rate. And the only way we can deal with this efficiently is by choosing public transportation over private transportation whenever possible, or walking or bicycling to short distances. This way, we reduce our carbon footprint and live a more sustainable life. And finally, I asked people, how often do you recycle items like plastic, glass, and paper? And as you can see, only 22.4% of people do it always. This is concerning, because items like glass and plastic, when they end up in landfills, just stay there for centuries and centuries. And this is not a good thing, because it causes many problems like visible pollution, land pollution, and hygiene issues. And we have to take a stand and have to choose to recycle items whenever you have the chance, and not when you feel like it. Because as a famous saying goes, our decisions become habits. Habits become culture, and culture is what changes the world. Sustainability isn't about what we do. It's about why we do it. It's about recognizing we are part of something larger. Because just as David Bauer said, we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. And climate change especially isn't waiting for our careers to begin or our schedules to clear up. It's happening right now. And the choices we make every day, from the clothes we wear, the food we eat, the things we throw, and the way we travel, they're not neutral. They either help or hurt. And when you multiply one action by millions of people, that's power. Sustainability isn't starting from the government. It's starting from our groceries list. In a world that says, it's just one plastic straw that I bought, well, that's what 7 billion people also said. In a world that asks, what difference can one person make? Well, one person was the only one who ever did. So hear me out. I'm not asking you to save the planet overnight, but I'm asking you to start with one small, stubborn change. That could be anything. Maybe it's saying no to fast fashion and only buying essentials like vehicles, food, clothes, only when required. Maybe it's choosing public transportation over private transportation, because it's better to have 20 people in one bus than 20 people with separate vehicles on the road. Maybe it's doing simple things, like turning off the tap when you're not needing it, or turning off the lights before you leave the room. Because these small changes don't go unnoticed. They're like the votes for the kind of future you want to live in. And obviously, every vote matters. Because let's say you fast forward to the year 2075. You're older, wiser, grayer, and your grandkids come up to you and ask you this question. Did you know that climate change was a pressing issue back in your time? What are you going to say? Yes, but I was just too busy to care? Or would you say, yes, and I did something about it? Because with every item you refuse, reuse, and recycle, you're writing your legacy right now. Let me leave you with this. You're not too small to make a difference. You're too powerful to remain silent. The world doesn't need a handful of people doing sustainability perfectly. It needs millions of us doing it imperfectly every single day. Let's be those millions. Let's start the ripple. Because the next big thing is the small steps we take towards building a better future, not only for humanity, but for all species on planet Earth. Thank you.